Hello everybody, this is Ephemeral, and in today's video I would like to show you how you can achieve a really cool Photoshop cover art. And let me show you the final result. This, yep, this is it. So I will teach you how you can achieve this design using only Photoshop and some images that you can find on the internet. As you can see, started by dragging this portrait of a woman or a girl in Photoshop. I have then applied some smart filters, a human saturation. I've desaturated the image, and then some Gaussian blur, 20 pixels of Gaussian blur. Human saturation, you can press Ctrl U and desaturate the image, and then Gaussian blur, you can go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. But before doing any of those, make sure that you convert your layer to a smart object. And then I have applied a halftone color texture with a blending option of screen and the opacity of 5%, over which I've applied a gradient map. This is the gradient map. You can pause the video and try and match the exact colors like this. And then we have a not black, then orange, and then a gray. So this is it. After you've done everything, you group the layers and then duplicate the group into another group and then convert it to a smart object. And then over that smart object, we will apply some small filters, some curves. Initially, I removed the highlights and the shadows and then added them back again like this. You can copy my shape, over which I've applied a texture with blending mode lighten, opacity 100%, another one with blending mode screen, opacity 100%, but always make sure to press Ctrl U and desaturate your image. And then duplicate again and copy again and convert it to a smart object, apply some small filters, apply some curves like this ones, and then another group in which the fun part begins. This is the main image, like in here, see the copies. And then I have created a rectangle with the rectangular marquee tool, or you can do it with the rectangle tool. And after you do that, you duplicate your background, the portrait in this case, put it on top of this layer, hold Alt and click between those, and then you are able to move your image in here however you would like to, and it only applies on this this shape. And over that shape I have applied some strokes, some stroke lines, some stroke textures, these ones, as you can see in here, the stroke to textures on the sides. And then another texture with overlay, blending option, and opacity 100%, but this is your choice. You can put whatever you want. That's basically trial and error. It's not a must. Everyone can do it however they feel like, however they want to. And then group them, duplicate the group, and then in this group I have created the fonts in here like this. So put a solid color background and then use a font that you would like to type the text of the cover art. I have used the font called Monument Extended. It's free, you can download it by searching it on Google. I put some text on the lower side of the cover art just for the details. Side A, this one, which means that this might be a vinyl, and then the name of the artist and the EP name, to which I have applied some smart filters, as you can see, motion blur and blur gallery, meaning that I've applied some blur by clicking on these points and dragging the level of the blur. So you have on the side of the text, one side is like more dizzy, more blurry, and the other side is not. This will affect the last thing that we will apply, meaning the threshold. So after you have applied your blur to both of your text, you then go in here and then go to threshold, and then you apply a threshold over the text. After you manage to apply the threshold to a desired level and the text is readable, it has a bleed on it, you can duplicate this one and put it on linear burn. And even more, you can convert this to a smart object, and within the smart object, the layers that are grouped, you can duplicate them again and then create another smart object to which you can apply a blur. So another blur inside the blur, a Gaussian blur, and then the linear burn. You can see the blur has the strokes have a different color, and then in the end you can apply your vinyl or your CD texture with the opacity that you would like, and this is the final result. I hope you guys like it. If so, don't forget to like the video and maybe tell me in the comments what do you think about this final cover art. It's quite simple. You need to apply a bunch of layers, a bunch of textures. You can play with gradient maps, with blurs. So it's basically whatever you feel like. You can apply, reapply, duplicate, modify until you achieve your final artwork, the one that you are pleased with. It's that simple. Anyone can do it. It's just like practicing, nothing much. So thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one.